And we're live here with the Birb Nest and Ferrum. I'm Crypto Penguin, joined by my co-host Crypto Herc.
Hey everyone.
And we're here today with Ian Friend from Ferrum. Hello there, Ian.
Hey everybody. Good to see you guys again.
It's good having you back. How are you?
Some very exciting changes and updates with Ferrum that we want to cover. But just real quick, for those who maybe haven't heard of Ferrum before, or just hearing about it for the first time now, what is Ferrum? Well, what do you guys do? What have you guys been doing? And then we'll go with your we'll talk about your future plans, your current plans.
Sure. So I think it probably helps to start with the history of Ferrum. So we've been around for a while. We founded Ferrum in the midst of the 2018 bear market. Obviously, it was a struggle then to raise funds and form a community and gain traction. But we always came in from the mindset of let's build a sustainable business or businesses in order to sustain us through any sort of bear markets. Because remember, there was a time there where people thought maybe Bitcoin was never getting back to $20,000, and so we had to think with a little bit more of a business savvy. So we started with our first product was an exchange product and payments product in Africa. We sort of evolved from that. Shortly after our ICO back in 2019, we were in the position that a lot of crypto projects, I think, find themselves in, new projects, and that is not a lot of utility for the token. And so my co-founder, a brilliant Solidity dev, developed what I consider the first version ever in the market of decentralized ERC20, smart contract-based staking. This was first developed for the Ferrum token as a means to provide some utility. But we quickly found ourselves in the position of other projects being interested in leveraging this technology for their own token. And so this staking as a service business ultimately has grown to over 90 projects, probably 50 or 60 total lock value, 50, 60 million total lock value, having gone through all the various staking pools that we've launched for teams. But in the process of launching staking on behalf of other projects, I found myself on calls with founders looking for advice around marketing or community growth, or wanting to connect with influencers like yourselves or exchanges or what have you. And so that unofficial advising evolved into an official advisory arm of Ferrum, which we now call Ferrum Advisory Services, which is essentially our incubator. We've launched probably close to a dozen projects now through Ferrum Advisory Services, helping them raise funds, helping them gain traction, launch their products, and so on. Many of those projects have done incredibly well. That sort of takes us to today. I mean, we've now been able to develop a number of different technologies that new projects use in order to essentially power themselves, right? So that's why we view Ferrum as a project that helps other projects succeed. Powering cross-chain crypto projects is really what we've evolved into becoming. And so really proud of what we've built so far, but still a long way to go. And there's a lot of exciting updates that I'm happy to share with you guys.
And I have to admit something here, that I have talked to people from projects you have and still are incubating, and I have to admit we are talking about great teams and great people, nice people, very nice people. Yeah, just that. It's because everything starts with people, right? So I have to admit, you are making, as Ferrum, you're making the right choices there.
Thank you. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The primary thing we look at when deciding an incubator project is the team. Obviously, we look at things like product market fit, long-term vision, the roadmap, their ability to develop products, but it all comes down to team. And we have been very fortunate to have worked with some amazing teams, starting with our first project, which was Bondly, onto Pools. Placent is a great one. Some of my favorite ones we recently launched, Network, incredible project with a great team. And the list goes on and on. I mean, we've worked with some incredible teams, and we have 5 or 6 more projects that we're incubating now that have yet to be announced. And of course, all Ferrum investors, or Ferrum holders, I should say, above a certain threshold, are entitled to invest in the pre-sale rounds of these projects. So that is still one of our core businesses and one of our core means of providing utility for the token. But we're also refocused on the cross-chain technology that it was and still is the long-term vision of Ferrum. So that's what we're really excited to dive into some of that today.
And I think it's really important that we start looking at more networks than just Ethereum, right? Because we have Polkadot, Matic, Solana, with a lot of different networks popping up now, and then we're seeing a lot of activity shifting away from Ethereum onto all these other networks, and they provide a lot of different advantages. So if you just stay on Ethereum, you're going to miss out on a lot of that, those advantages, and a lot of that activity, a lot of the liquidity on those networks. So it's great to see Ferrum kind of moving along and trying to stay ahead of the trends, and So let's move on to what your latest updates. Okay, what is this Iron Melt initiative thing? At first, it sounded like, was it some kind of Game of Thrones thing? Is it a sandwich?
Very
What's
very
going
epic.
What's going on?
So just for folks to keep in mind, Ferrum, the word Ferrum actually means iron in Latin. And there is a reason why we named our project Ferrum Network, which has to do with our underlying cross-chain technology that we're building. So that's why you see a lot of references to iron in our marketing materials. But Iron Melt is a new initiative that we've launched, which is designed to, like I said, refocus back onto the utilities of the Ferrum and Ferrum X tokens. We have a very successful incubator, but that's not all we are, right? We have really 4 profitable lines of business and technologies that we can tap into to add value to the token holders. And so what do I mean by that? So I talked about the Ferrum staking as a service business with over 90 clients. We sign up probably 2 to 3 a week still. In fact, we just signed up 2 today. Busy morning.
You just can't stop.
Well, look, it's a great product. I told we hire more people on the sales team. I told these guys, look, the product sells itself. You don't even need to be a pushy salesman. It's a great product. But that's not all Ferrum has. We have our anti-bot solution, which is designed to prevent sniper bots from pumping and dumping on communities after they list on Uniswap. And we have our forthcoming token bridge, which is a cross-chain bridge that allows communities to swap across, from Ethereum to Matic to BSC and to and fro, all of those. So all of these products we built for Ferrum, but ultimately turned into white label solutions, which we then sell to other teams and form partnerships around. So what does that mean? We have a lot of revenue coming in. Ferrum is a profitable enterprise, and which that is, I think, frankly, rare in the crypto community. But even rarer is to then take those profits and turn them into benefits for our Ferrum holders. And that's, so at its core, what Iron Melt is designed to do. There's 4 parts of it. There's a bid and burn initiative, which allows holders to have access to potentially additional allocations in our pre-sales. There is there's the token bridge, which we're going to be launching, I think, this week, as a matter of fact, which uses Ferrum token as gas, and that will burn, and that bit of gas will get actually burned. So it's another burning element, right? But the really exciting part about it, I think, is the upcoming staking round we're about to launch, called the Crucible. This will be a high APY staking round, which our top, I believe it's 200 Ferrum holders. There's going to be a leaderboard, which we'll be putting up on the website soon. So you'll be able to see your position, and you'll be entitled to certain benefits the higher you are, right? So, and then you'll get invited to the staking pool. The really cool thing about the staking pool, though, it's not just high APY. It is that. But it's also a means of increasing the value of Ferrum and Ferrum X, because we're going to be taking the profits that we earn from all our lines of business and buying back Ferrum X token and adding that to the APY that will be given to the stakers in those staking pools. So you basically, the idea is the holders get to share in the success of Ferrum. That, I think, that was the missing piece. We had all these amazing, all these products. They're very popular. We're a successful business. That's great. But the primary benefit was holding Ferrum to get into pre-sales, and that obviously is not going anywhere. But the pre-sale market shifted a little bit. So we thought, look, we need a solution. We need folks to share in the success of Ferrum. And that's ultimately what Iron Melt is all about.
Okay. I read a little bit about there's some kind of bidding system. Can you talk a little about that? What can you bid? What do you get when you bid?
Yeah, so that's part one of the Iron Melt initiative, is our new bid and burn system. It has not yet been actually implemented, but we will be doing it for future raises. Essentially, how it will work is you as a Ferrum holder, if you hold a minimum of 25,000 Ferrum and 0.2 Ferrum X, you are entitled to guaranteed access to pre-sales. However, you may want to get additional allocations, right? You might, you might be happy with your base allocation that you get, but what if you particularly love this project and you want to get additional allocation to invest more? The bid and burn system will allow you the opportunity to do that. So you'll actually bid a certain amount of Ferrum. If you're a winner, you'll win an allocation, and the Ferrum that you bid is actually going to get burned. We don't keep it or anything like that. It's just going to get burned. So it's good for the wider community at large. It's good for folks who want to get additional allocations. And we're going to be announcing the details around how much one will bid and so on and so forth in probably the coming weeks for one of the upcoming raises. But that is part one, I would say, of the Iron Melt. See, the melt thing is about burning, right? So it
makes sense.
Hopefully that made sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to get more allocations, then you can bid Ferrum, and that doesn't go to the team that just gets burned. So then, if you don't want to, or you can't afford to bid more Ferrum, then you just hold your Ferrum, and it'll go up in value with the supply, kind of like by reducing the supply from the burning. That's the idea, right? So either way,
in theory, that is how it should work. Obviously, we're subject to wider market forces. If Bitcoin dumps down to 20,000, I'm not sure there's much anyone can do. But yeah, over the long haul, the supply of Ferrum will be decreasing, and it's not just through the bid and burn system. There are other components to the Iron Melt that involve burning, which will also decrease the supply.
So there's stuff from like these services you mentioned, right? Where some of the revenue is going to go into buying back. Is that going to be burned as well?
No. So the bought back Ferrum and Ferrum X will actually be added to the staking pools that we're going to be launching soon. We're calling these staking pools together the Crucible. There'll be 4 pools. Depending on your holdings, you'll be invited to a particular pool. Obviously, the more you hold and the more you stake, the higher APY you'll get. But all of these pools will enjoy the benefits of additional Ferrum X being added into them as rewards based on the buybacks we're doing, the money coming from the businesses that we have. So it's not burning, but it is It's incentivizing more buyers because you're going to have that leaderboard up there. The higher you are up on the leaderboard, the better staking pool you'll get invited to. And then we're buying back Ferrum X, which caused the price to go up, but that Ferrum X is not going to get sold. These are long-term staking pools, like these are a year long. Your Ferrum X locked for a year, get added to these pools, you'll get higher APY, and the price of Ferrum X should be going up as we buy back more and more.
Wait, while you're staking, do you still get to access pre-sales?
So that is one of the new features of the Crucible staking pools. It's going to be exclusive to the Crucible pools, but yes, you will be able to. That staked Ferrum will still count towards your holdings in order to get into the pre-sale. So that will not change for those in the Crucible pools.
Okay,
Oh.
important note.
Very important. Yes, you finally get to have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, and remind me, was it last month that you lowered the amount of your token that someone needs to have to participate in pre-sales, right?
Correct. We lowered it to 25,000 Ferrum and 0.2 Ferrum X, which at these prices, very affordable. Very, very affordable. Much more so than when we made the decision to do that. But it's okay. We're happy to, we're about being inclusive. We want people, of all holding levels to be able to enjoy the benefits of being a Ferrum community member. And so that's what that's about.
Awesome. So I see total the Iron Melt project initiative has 4 different cornerstones, right? So it has the new pre-sale bid and burn system that we just discussed, the buyback, FRMX, the increasing monthly holder rewards, and the Crucible, right?
Yes, and the token bridge. The token bridge is a really important part of it because not only is the token bridge going to allow Ferrum holders the ability to swap their Ferrum between ERC20 version of Ferrum. We just launched a Matic version of Ferrum. A Binance chain version of Ferrum is coming shortly. So you'll be able to swap between all these chains, right, and take advantage of Pancake Swap or DeFi exchange on Matic or Quick Swap on Matic, of course, Uniswap. But the really cool thing about the token bridge is that every swap will cost a little bit in Ferrum as a fee. Essentially, you can view it as a gas fee. That fee, 90% of the Ferrum that we collect from the swaps is going to be burned. And so if you look at the volumes that Ferrum is doing on Uniswap, for instance, or across all our exchanges every day, it's pretty high. I mean, it's not the highest. We're still, an altcoin. But even so, if you had, say $10,000 of Ferrum a day being swapped through the token bridge, as people want to do, they're going to want to do arbitrage, right? If the price is different on Uniswap versus Pancake, they'll want to do arbitrage. And in the process, the Ferrum that is collected as a fee for that swap is going to be burned. So that's really going to add up, and that's every single day.
So you have this deflationary twist in the process.
Absolutely. Again, it's all about providing additional utility for the Ferrum token, but taking a step further and using that utility to put some deflationary pressure on the token, helping all the holders in the process.
Makes sense. So Dev, you had a question, or?
Yeah, you're talking about all this cross-chain stuff. Why did you decide to focus on it's on Matic now, right? So why did you decide to move to Matic?
Well, Ferrum, our long-term vision, in fact, our early vision and our long-term vision has always been to unite the various chains together. So the Ferrum mainnet, which is in development, will allow users to swap assets between all the various chains. And it will use Ferrum as truly as gas, and we'll connect to a bunch of different chains and connect to our product line. Our view is that all these various chains have different purposes and functions. They're not going anywhere, but we want to be that unifying chain that brings them all together. So that's the long-term vision of Ferrum, and that was our vision when we founded in 2018. We realized that we needed to build successful products first and become a successful business before launching the mainnet. So that's what we've done. But the token bridge you can view as kind of like almost like a version 1 of the mainnet in a sense, because it's going to connect the various chains through this bridge product that we have. And what the question was, why Matic? Well, Matic is useful. It's extremely low cost. It's compatible with Ethereum. They have an excellent team, excellent community, robust products already within their ecosystem with various DEXs and so forth. And so it was a natural fit for us to say, let's launch a version of Ferrum token on Matic. We'll partner with the DeFi project, which is an excellent DEX on top of Matic. And that will be our sort of first, actually really our second version of Ferrum, aside from our ERC20 version of Ferrum. But it's not just going to be Matic. We're going to be launching a Binance Smart Chain version of Ferrum, and we'll be launching other versions of Ferrum as we continue on this journey of uniting the various chains together.
You actually covered my next question, that was if you have the plans to launch to other platforms as well, apart from Polygon. And it seems that now that, as Crypto Penguin said, we have all these mainnets popping up. There's no much luxury for a project, for a company like Ferrum, to stay just on one platform. You have not just to expand to, let's say, an additional platform like Matic, but you have to cover all the different platforms, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's important for the Ferrum token, but we also see our clients demanding it. They also want to become cross-chain, but there is no token bridge solution out there yet that is a true white label product, which will exist on a team's own website, enabling their community to swap between the various chains. There's third parties projects that offer bridges, but not quite like the way that we're doing it. And I am incredibly confident that this product is going to be extremely successful. We already have been signing up teams who want to use it before it's even launched, which is always a great indicator of product market fit. The really nice thing about the bridge, though, aside from the fact that it's on a team's website, their users don't have to trust some third-party website or platform. The other really nice thing is that the team itself can essentially require a small fee for those swaps paid in their native token, kind of like how Ferrum's doing it, right? In order to do a Ferrum swap using the Ferrum bridge, you got to pay a fee in Ferrum token. Say the network project wants to use it. You'll have to pay a little bit of fee in the network token, which provides additional utility for their tokens and a source of revenue for their project, which previously was not, they did not have. So those two things, really those three things, the utility, the revenue, and the fact it's a white label, have led me to believe that this could be the most popular bridge on the market, say in the next 2-3 months as we roll this out. We have a big marketing campaign planned for it. Already teams are signed up. So I think it's going to be huge, and I'm really excited to roll it out.
So it's going to be a bridge from whatever chain Ferrum supports to whatever other chain Ferrum supports?
Yeah, the really cool thing about it is our engineering team is always looking at adding more chains to the bridge. And if you, as a project, already have the Ferrum token bridge up on your website, say we add Solana chain in a month from now. Well, all of a sudden, your bridge that you have on your, say you're a project owner, you're the network project, you have the Ferrum bridge. It's on BSC, it's on Ethereum, it's on Matic. If we add Solana in a month, their bridge also gets the Solana compatibility. So you can very quickly see how this is going to facilitate all of these various projects that we work with to becoming true cross-chain projects. And it's just great for the users at the end of the day. It's just great for the users. That's what it's all about. So yes, it will be compatible with other chains. We'll be adding chains as we go. Maybe not immediately, but there are plans to add many, many other chains.
Right. So if some project comes to you, and they want to have functionality for their token, they want to have the bridge. Instead of building some anti-bot tech from scratch, doing staking, trying to get the code to be secure, doing that from scratch, trying to make it a bridge to work across networks from scratch. So they just hand it all off to Ferrum and then focus on whatever they want to do. That's the idea, right?
That's it. That is maybe you should be on our sales team. That's the pitch. That's really the basic pitch we give the teams. Like, look, you can build. I mean, maybe you can. Some teams aren't capable of building technology as advanced, but many are. So maybe you can build it yourself. But then, first of all, you got to pay your engineers. It could take months to build something, even as simple as the staking. Took us months to build. You got to test it to make sure it's secure. You got to get it audited, make sure it's secure from attacks. And then you're just, you're not launching with the benefit of any outside marketing either. So if a team is interested in staking or a token bridge, or they're launching soon and they want to prevent their token from being attacked by sniper bots on Uniswap, they can come to Ferrum. We have all this technology rolled out for you quickly. It's affordable. We do marketing with you, partnership with you. It's been great for Ferrum. I think it's great for our partners. And there also are referral fees too. If folks refer us any projects, I think we just increased the referral fee on staking to $1,000. If you refer us a staking project, I believe it is $2,000 for anti-bot project, and it's $2,500 for the token bridge. So that applies to anybody who connects us with the team and deal goes through. You get paid, no questions asked.
Oh, is there someone you could sign up for that, or is it just like the team just tells you who referred them, or how does that work?
Well, typically how it works is like it's a community member, someone who we already know, and they'll create a group. They'll be like, "Hey, Ian, like such and such project's interested in the staking." And I'll be like, "Great, create a group, and we'll do the whole thing. We'll do the pitch. If the deal closes, awesome. I'll send you $1,000 USDT, whatever."
Interesting. There you go, guys. So if you want to hustle and make some more money to invest into the Ferrum pre-sales, introduce them to this, and this is good. It's a win-win, because I mean, I've been in some projects where, okay, I invest in the pre-sale, they launch, and then they're like, okay, when are you guys going to go to mainnet? And they're like, okay, hold on, we need 3 months to get our staking together and get it audited. I'm like, oh my god, nothing's happening with with their main utility, right? They're not making any progress. They're just working on, okay, first going to build staking, and then okay, when staking's done, we're going to start building a bridge now, and then half a year is gone and they haven't done anything. So this is it's a win for the project, win for the token holders, for Ferrum, for the project that uses it as well. I mean, it sounds great.
And it's very hard, I guess, as a process, right? Because I have some experience with developers, especially when it comes to project that has limited resources, where they have, let's say, a small team of developers. It's very hard to get on track and to keep all things organized, all the operations, all the development. and roll it out. And then, you get into a bear market and suddenly you realize that a nice project dies slowly because they didn't have the resources, they didn't have the time. And hey, by the way, we are finally in a beer market. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does happen often. And what we always tell teams is, look, don't spend months building your own staking or your own bridge if it's not your core business, if it's not your area of expertise. If if you're I was talking to a team earlier today. They want to do decentralized a social media platform, which there is, I think, a great need for that in light of what goes on Twitter with their censorship and so on. Their core competency is not building out staking and smart contracts on Solidity. They're building an app, right? They're just building an app that goes on the App Store. So they should not spend 3 months building staking, wasting time, not building their core product, when they can come to Ferrum and for a very relatively low price, launch staking in a week on their website.
Nice. All right, I want to look at this define. This exchange here, right? I tried it a little bit. So you've added the Ferrum ETH pair pool on DeFi. So this is on Matic, right? This is a Matic. This is like a Uniswap kind of exchange on Matic. And what's nice about this thing is, okay, my screen resolution is a little weird, but they have a.
It looks good here.
Gasless mode. No, it should say gasless mode here, but my screen is kind of.
Okay.
So, this is gasless mode. This is gasless mode, right? So what's nice about this is you can trade on here without paying gas. So essentially, if you move your Ferrum over, if you move your funds over to Matic, you can trade here and you can buy and sell your Ferrum and you don't pay gas.
That's it. Yeah, DeFi is a great product. Awesome team. We're actually partnered with them on a number of different things we're doing together. And this is really the start of it. But yeah, if you are interested in trading Ferrum in a gasless, in high speed gasless environment, DeFi's the place to go. And then with the bridge coming soon, you'll be very easily be able to swap your Ferrum back and forth. So say you want to accumulate some Ferrum over on DeFi, but then you want to hold Ferrum in your Unifier wallet to get into pre-sales. You just do the swap through the bridge, and then you just move it into Unifier wallet, and you're good to go on the pre-sales, and you've just accumulated a bunch of Ferrum with no gas and potentially better price, because there's going to be a little bit of, it's always how it works, right? All these different exchanges always have a little different price, right? And so plenty of opportunities for folks who want to get into pre-sales or enjoy the other benefits of Ferrum now on Matic.
Right, so you can go wherever the best price is, basically.
That's it. Easy.
To tell you the truth, what I like the most with the Iron Melt initiative and all the things that you do is that regardless if you are a project or if you are a simple hodler, you provide this ecosystem. Let's call it like this protective shield. Of course, everything is dependable on the market conditions, right? But you're doing the best to protect either the project or the holder through these initiatives to mitigate a bit the risk, of all these things that's happening. For example, we have a market crash. This will affect the price, but you are providing these initiatives, and you say, okay, you have some a safety net, let's say, in a sense.
Yeah, look, we certainly do our best to try to protect the Ferrum holders and try to make sure that they succeed, right? I mean, that was one of our primary motivations in even launching the incubator. A lot of teams get offered allocations in the private sales. Not a lot of them turn around and offer them to their community. So, that's just one example. But of course, with the staking technology, that's also protecting investors in the sense of, okay, now the project you've invested in, has a product, has a staking product. By the way, the staking product is very advanced. There's many different kinds of staking technology that we can launch on behalf of teams, and provides utility for the token, ability to earn APY for the investors. The token bridge too. Now the projects you're investing in can become cross-chain, and there's additional utility for that token. And of course, all the money, from the Ferrum holder standpoint, even if you're not getting involved in pre-sales, you can simply hold the Ferrum token, and with this additional utility of the buybacks and the burns, in theory, that should just help even just the holder. So we're certainly doing our best to, I call it de-risking. It's a highly risky industry that we're in. You can easily lose money just easily as you can make it. But we're really trying our best to protect our community and make sure that everyone does well.
Wait, you have staking, you have cross-chain. Are you going to have cross-chain staking?
We already do, as a matter of fact. We have staking on Binance Smart Chain, and a lot of our clients who are BSC only projects for now are doing the staking on the LP staking on PancakeSwap, or they're just doing traditional staking of their native token, which is on BSC. But the tech works just the same. And yeah, we'll probably be doing it for for other teams as well, like teams that want to launch on Matic. We can presumably do the staking on Matic as well, right? The technology, as long as the chain is EVM compatible, should, in theory, staking technology should work on those other chains. So it's just another example of, we're really embracing the direction of the industry, which I think is really going cross-chain these days. And that's just a couple of examples of it.
Cool. So what should we, because we discussed the four cornerstones of Ironmeld initiative, and what should we expect from Ferrum in terms of releases in the next few days, few weeks, including projects, right? But I'm mainly interested in those initiatives for the FRM holders.
Sure. So we have a series of product launches and marketing campaigns coming in the near future. In fact, I have a call with the marketing team in about 2 hours so we can discuss our marketing campaign around the launch of the token bridge itself. Yep. That we are going to put heavy resources behind. And we want to make sure that all of the crypto industry knows that this product exists, it's valuable, it's useful, it's available to teams, and its existence benefits the Ferrum token holders as well. So we'll be doing a big marketing campaign across a lot of the platforms that folks are used to being on. Like we're looking at Etherscan, banners, CoinGecko, and CMC, and of course all the influencers we work with, like yourselves. A whole big marketing campaign planned for that in the coming weeks. The other thing we're going to launch is our FerrumX leaderboard, which is designed first and foremost to basically ensure that the proper folks are getting into the Crucible staking, which is that high APY staking, which still provides you access to the pre-sales. But this leaderboard, you can just imagine all the use cases for a leaderboard. We could roll out different initiatives all the time saying, hey, top 10 folks in leaderboard, you guys get this, we got an extra $50,000 allocation to this hyped up pre-sale. Top 50 holders each get 1,000 Ferrum. We'll do the snapshot in a week. Stuff like that, like unlimited use cases for a leaderboard up on the website. So that is coming. And then we have some other stuff too that's really great. We have, of course, the additional chains getting added to the token bridge, and then we have another initiative that I can't quite reveal yet, but is going to be extremely exciting as well. And then we also have all the incubated projects still coming. So I think we've signed up like 5 incubated projects that are all in various early stages. We just announced another one called Manga, which is a project that's near and dear to my heart.
Yes, I saw that. I love manga.
Yeah, manga is
really
super cool. And it's a huge business. It's a huge industry. It's multi-billion-dollar industry. And this team is excellent. They have connections to a lot of artists in the real world of manga. And so not only are these mangas going to be related to crypto and helping readers avoid certain pitfalls of crypto and be entertaining and a means of earning money along the way, but it's also going to attract manga artists and communities from outside of crypto to come into their ecosystem. So it's a really exciting new project. We just announced it. We have like 4 or 5 more that have signed up for the Ferrum Advisory Service Incubator, but just not quite ready to come out of stealth mode. So yeah, look, we haven't slowed down at all.
You haven't. It's the hardest part is when we try to give the word out about Ferrum, about what you do, right, on a weekly basis, and we cannot choose what to actually say to these guys because you have so many things going on. But that's good. That's good. It shows that you are in this space for the long term, and that you're not going anywhere soon. So this is great.
Exactly. Yeah. I think a lot of teams, unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of teams giving up pretty soon.
Yep.
We saw it after the DeFi summer boom of last year. A lot of teams that we launched the staking for just sort of, slowly gave up, or other teams that were out there. And unfortunately, it's a hard business. People think it's easy. Like, oh, I'll make a token, we'll get rich. No, it's very hard, crypto. It's nonstop. I'm fortunate to have an amazing team around me that really makes the whole machine go. But it's a tough industry, but Ferrum continues every day, working very hard, trying to bring value to our community and protect our investors, like you were saying. So it's still early days, believe it or not, for Ferrum.
It's I think it's a more, as you said, it's a tough industry, but at the same time, it follows the same business rules, right? The same business rules that say big percentage of startups fail in in all industries. It's not just crypto that is the toughest industry or rough. You cannot make it. You can, but it's business, and like every business, it follows specific rules, and not everyone can make it. But you are doing your best, and you are thriving in this space. That means a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, and that was actually our core thesis going back to when we first started Ferrum. It was, we need to make sure that we have successful businesses, meaning revenue generating products, before we build revolutionary technology. The revolutionary technology, it's great, but if the timing is wrong, you're done. And if you don't have any revenue to fall back on, you can't continue. And so I'm actually glad that we took this circuitous journey to the Ferrum mainnet and building these products first, because if you think about it, now when we launch the mainnet, still slated for the end of this year, we have this whole big ecosystem of partner projects, other technologies. So teams will want to tap into the Ferrum network and we'll have users wanting to use it on day one. So I'm happy the journey we took, but still early days for us.
That's what I like about Ferrum projects is that, okay, a lot of these pre-sale groups, right? You get in, you get the token, it launches, you get your 2x, 5x, 20x, whatever, you sell your tokens, then that's it. They never talk about that project again, right? But I think it's like a different philosophy, I feel, with you guys, right? You don't just launch and then forget about them, right? Can you talk a bit about like what kind of things you do to support the people who come to you for your Ferrum advisory services, right? I mean, like I see, one partner network is working with another partner from Ferrum. Like you connect them with other partners, and what sorts of things do you do to help support them? Is that you don't just
I love seeing that. I'm like a proud father when I see all the projects partnering up and working together and stuff. It's awesome. But you're absolutely right. I mean, look, it really comes down to the fact that the interests are aligned. People might not realize this, but the way that we get paid as Ferrum from the incubator is largely through tokens, through the project's tokens, but they're vested over an incredibly long period of time, usually a year. And that's by design. We actually structure our contracts in that manner. And why is that? So that means we're all incentivized to help continue to support the project, not just, okay, day of launch or pre-launch, hype it up, launch, on to the next. We really make a concerted effort to provide value to those projects and teams over the long term. So, how do we do that? Well, we have a division within Ferrum who we actually bring onto the incubator projects. Their job is to help support post-launch, right? So it's, it comes down to personnel, but it's also staking technology, token bridge, continued partnership opportunities, continued support around connecting the teams to the right people. One of our incubator projects today reached out to me, Rocket Vault. They're building a really cool new cross-chain sort of like DEX aggregator, liquidity aggregator product. And they're looking to take connections to some big, exchanges, which we're helping them out with. They're also doing their staking because they realize, wait, it's going to take us a little bit of time to build this second product. Let's launch some staking incentives in the interim. So we're all about long-term, providing value to these teams. Look, does it always play out like we want it to? And does the token price always, go up? No, some of these teams and projects struggle, unfortunately, not for lack of effort, but maybe just lack of a product market fit, and we help them with that too, right? Like, what's your next move? That launch didn't work out for XYZ reason. Let's diagnose the problem. Let's learn from that and try to do better for the next product launch or the improvement of that product. So it's long-term support. And we think that the Ferrum community is behind it for the most part. I think our community has diamond hands, as we like to say. They really believe in these projects. And yes, do people sell to de-risk and take profits? Sure, that's natural. We want folks to do that, frankly. But I think a lot of our community are also long-term holders. So it's just great all around. But yeah, I think it comes down to philosophy that we've just been building for the past 3 years. That's really now sort of spreading out throughout our incubator projects and our investor.
Yeah, it's great that Ferrum's incentives are aligned with the partner projects incentives, and then now it's aligned with the token holders as well, right? So if Ferrum succeeds, if the partner projects succeed, the token holders succeed too. So I guess everyone's incentivized to help everybody else out. I like all that synergy there.
Yeah, and that's, I think, how it should be in crypto, right? Like, that's the beautiful part about this industry. Tokens are an incredible means of incentivizing behaviors. But if you're not careful, you can incentivize the wrong behaviors, and people can just become selfish and only think about themselves. I like to think at Ferrum we've approached things a little bit different way. And now with the Iron Melt initiative, I think it's really tying it together. That was the missing piece. How does our success translate to success to the Ferrum holders? We believe with Iron Melt that is the case. And so yeah, we're just really excited to roll it all out. We're waiting on the leaderboard. As is often the case, it's the devs. The devs are, but heck, they do most of the hard work anyway, so we can't get too mad at them. But it's gonna be coming out very soon. The whole Iron Melt initiative and those 4 cornerstones will be in fact launched in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and then I get the feeling, you guys aren't just powering, cross-chain projects, right? It's like because of the how much you care about all these projects working together, you're trying to help the token holders out as well. It's like you're powering a cross-chain family, right?
Ferrum fam. We say Ferrum fam. Yeah. It's look, we love it. I think there's no other way to do it. If you want to be here in the long term, you got to do right by people. And look, we're not always gonna get it right. Some of the projects we incubate aren't going to perform as well, but we're always going to try hard. That's what you get with Ferrum. You're always going to get a lot of effort in the bear market, in the bull. You get a lot of effort, and I think long term that does translate into success from a price standpoint.
Yeah, and I said this last time, but that you were on with us. But let me load up your meeting here. I mean, you want to talk about efforts? A lot of staking projects. You have the Iron Melt. There's a lot of stuff. What is this? NFT winners. Oh yes, you have that BK. NFTs. There's just so many things happening here. It's good to see this from like a token holder's perspective, because you don't want to invest into a project and then go months without any news, and then you don't get that from Ferrum, right? It's more of the opposite.
We have the opposite problem with Ferrum. There's too much going on, so people don't know what we do. That's like, I think one of our core challenges, frankly, is how do we reconcile all the various products that we launch? And we have the incubator, we have the token bridge, the stake, all these things. How do you reconcile it into a 30-second elevator pitch, or better yet, a 10-word tagline? It's hard, but I think with the new website we just launched, the messaging is hopefully clearer for folks. What it is we do, the value that we bring. And so, yeah, I mean, our problem is that we're too active, I think, but it's good. It's a good thing.
It feels like when you see all these updates, it feels like you are 100 or 200 people doing the work, but you are not. I guess it gets very hectic at times.
We have an amazing team, and the team is actually growing every week. It feels like we hired 2 new people last week. Awesome guys on the sales side of things. So we have about 25 team members on Ferrum, mostly full-time, some part-time, not including, community managers and so on. And we are in fact still hiring. We're hiring for a marketing role. So if folks, and we're also hiring more devs too. So if folks are interested in applying to Ferrum, don't hesitate to reach out, and we can get you started on the hiring process as well. But yeah, it's we're active. We're active. The team works really hard, but it's an awesome team. Everyone believes in the vision. Everyone works really well together, and we try to take weekends off too. We can.
Crypto never sleeps.
All right, just to recap. All right, so if someone is interested in getting into Ferrum, all right, what do they have to do? They want to participate in the pre-sales. They want to get some of that API. They want to get that Crucible stake. Okay, what can they do first? How much Ferrum do they need to get some pre-sales?
Yeah, so we I think make it pretty easy to get involved in the pre-sales. The minimum you need for a guaranteed allocation, and keep in mind this is not a first come first serve IDO platform. This is an incubator where our investors get to invest in the pre-sale rounds, which are at a greater discount than the public sale round. And it's a stress-free process. They don't have to be in front of their computer at the exact right moment. You have 36 hours, actually a total of 72 hours to complete the entire pre-sale process, right? So all you need is 25,000 Ferrum and 0.2 Ferrum X held on your Unifier wallet to start. Of course, if you want to hold more Ferrum, we encourage that. You, of course, get bigger allocations if you do that. So that's an easy way to start. If you want to then take it to the next level and say participate in this upcoming high APY staking round called the Crucible, you basically start accumulating Ferrum. The leaderboard is going to be announced pretty soon. We'll probably have a week or so folks, giving time to get their position on the leaderboard. And then that'll be locked in. By the way, there's going to be a lottery tier for the leaderboard as well to get into a Crucible staking pool. So it's not just for the whales. Right? Everyone will have an opportunity at least to participate in the Crucible staking. And then, look, you can, and then you're getting into pre-sales. You're staking, you're earning APY. The APY is even actually bigger than the advertised APY, because there's the base APY, and then there's the APY that's going to be added on because of the Ferrum X that we buy back from all our profitable lines of business. So it's this really beautiful ecosystem, I guess is the best word to use, tying everything together. So yeah, 25,000 Ferrum, 0.2 Ferrum X to get started, and you're well on your way.
Do you get rewards for holding in Unifier apart from pre-sales?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. We have the monthly holder rewards too, where if you hold, it's a minimum 50,000 Ferrum and 1 Ferrum X token in your Unifier wallet, you get a little bit of APY each month paid in Ferrum X, actually link dropped to your wallet. You get emailed with a link containing Ferrum X. You just click on it, accept it, and it gets sent to you. That is an initiative that we've had ongoing for a long time. Designed initially to showcase the link drop technology that we have built within our Unifier wallet, which is the Ferrum mobile wallet. But we recently just increased the APY by these ratios here based on how much Ferrum you hold. So plenty of reasons to hold Ferrum, monthly rewards, the access to pre-sales, soon the Crucible staking, and of course the fact that now Ferrum is soon going to be a deflationary token from all the burning that's going to be happening. So a lot of reasons to and a lot of utility for the token.
So this APY is for, you have to have some Ferrum and some Ferrum X, right? You have a 10,000 to 1, so you have to have at least 1 Ferrum X, and then for every 10,000 to 1 Ferrum X you get some APY.
Correct, and there's there will be the updated calculator on the new website coming soon, but basically, yes, that's the ratio. So if you hold, if you hold 100,000 Ferrum and 10 Ferrum X, because that would be the ratio of 10 to 1, you would get 40% APY in Ferrum X paid to you each month.
In addition to the pre-sales.
Yeah, in addition, yeah, you get. I mean, the pre-sales is separate. Like you would get access to pre-sales, and you get your monthly holder rewards.
And if you stake, do you still get these monthly rewards too?
No, because what happens with the staking is actually it's moved to a smart staking contract. So we couldn't tell actually that you were holding that amount in your Unifier wallet, but you would get APY. You would actually even get higher APY in the staking pools than you do just holding the Ferrum in the Unifier wallet. But so look, there's like 10 different ways to earn from Ferrum. I think it's pretty unique. Right. A lot of tokens don't have a lot of utility that earns you, or actually earns you money. Ferrum has like 4 different ways.
So you get some Ferrum and Ferrum X to get the pre-sales. You put it in the Unifier wallet. If you get enough, you get some APY. If you want to get even higher APY and still get access to pre-sales, you can participate in the Crucible staking, which is not launched yet, right?
Yeah, the Crucible staking will launch in approximately, I don't know, a few week or two. We have to first launch the first we have to launch the leaderboard. Then we have to like conduct the basic contest to see who is, where everyone's position is on the leaderboard. And then from there, depending where you are on that leaderboard, you get invited to certain pools. If you're in like the top leaderboard, your pool is 100% APY, right? So it's, quite generous of an initiative. But yeah, it's going to be a couple of weeks because we got to get the leaderboard out, and then people have to get their position sorted out on the leaderboard. We'll give them time to do that, and then we'll open up the Crucible staking shortly after that.
So you're saying we have a couple of weeks to accumulate more Ferrum and Ferrum X?
Yes, you have plenty of time. You heard it here first. Get your Ferrum. Get your Ferrum ready.
All right. I think that's I think we're out of time for today. So if people want to follow up on Ferrum and all this this flurry of updates you have, where should they stay tuned?
So I encourage folks to join our Twitter. I believe it's at Ferrum Network, and our Telegram community is extremely active and passionate. That's where you learn a lot of information. Our announcement channel on Telegram, very active. I think we did 4 announcements on Friday of last week. Like, we're the opposite of the team that is not active. We're very active. So very important to stay up to date. Oh, another thing too is we just started on TikTok. If you ever want behind the scenes on Ferrum, myself, my life, my family is even featured.
I've seen you. I've seen you.
We have baby Ferrum and Mrs. Ferrum make regular appearances in our TikTok. If you want kind of like a fun, different look into Ferrum, the TikTok's a great way. Oh, that one of them is when I visited the home of the founder of Network. That was a fun one when I was out in California. But yeah, look, a lot of places to stay updated on Ferrum. And yeah, we hope to see you all very soon.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you very much, Ian, for coming into the Nest Show live. I think we covered a lot of details of what the present and the future is for Ferrum, and both look bright. And looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Let's do another one in the next couple months. I'm sure there'll be a whole new set of topics to talk about.
Another 100 projects, another 100 platforms. I'm pretty sure you have plenty of stuff on the roadmap.
Right. That's great.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, guys. Great time as always. Talk soon.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.